round this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. Stewart and Joey Pressure aboard Recovery. The owner-driver of Recovery, Mr. Stewart from Great Neck, New York. Final man once again is Joey Pressure. Both doing a fine job aboard Recovery. Brand new 46-foot skater here. South Padre Island Grand Prix. There's the skyline in the background. Beautiful place for a race. Beautiful place just to come on down here and relax. Right now, it's competition time in this first APBA national race of the season. Joey and Pressure doing a fine job. Just listen to those two 900 horsepower inboards. Recovery #1 in open class. There's Gone Clear right now in second place in open class. Number 10, Gone Clear on the right side. It's powered by two 900 horsepower Mercury inboards with Mercruiser drives. The owner of Gone Clear, Offshore Racing Corporation. The driver, Mr. Scott Lehman from Boca Raton, Florida. Bottom Bobby Moore from Miramar, Florida. By the way, Gone Clear is rigged and maintained by Bobby Moore's Custom Marine in North Miami Beach, Florida. Bobby Moore is one of the foremost recognized authorities in high-performance installations and engineering. Bobby Moore's Custom Marine in North Miami Beach, Florida. Right now, it's Gone Clear in second place in open class. Bobby Moore and Scott Lehman doing a fine job aboard this 40-foot skater. A couple of weeks ago in Key West at the SBR race, Bobby Moore took a second place with the Katana boat, Bobby Moore. Right now, it's Gone Clear here at South Padre Island. Bobby Moore and Scott Lehman, and of course, driver Bobby Moore, bottleneck. There are those Mercury drives doing their job. Those motors sound excellent too. Gone Clear, 40-foot skipper. Number 10. The current leader in Pro Stock is P7 Patriot. Patriot is a 35-foot motion powered by three 2.5 EFIs. The driver, Lisa Greger from Orlando, Florida. Throttle man Bob Hamlin from Huntersville, North Carolina. Third race for the Patriot Racing Team this year. Here's a nice slow-mo replay, a nice jump there, beautiful. As we were saying, it is the third race for the Patriot Racing Team. They took a fifth place in St. Cloud, a second place in Key West earlier this year. But right now, they are number 1, the leader in Pro Stock. P7 Patriot. Patriot Racing Team would like to thank their sponsor, Environmental Source Samplers, and of course the Mercury crew over at Lake Gas. There are those three 2.5 EFIs. 35-foot motion here at South Padre Island. Number 1 in Pro Stock. Lots of competition in pro stock. Besides Patriot, of course, there's Locomotion and Harmsco's Team Florida, Auto Palace, and there's Venus Swimwear, High Risk, and the Full Throttle. A total of 10 boats in pro outboard. Lots of good competition. Right now, it is Patriot out in front. P7. First national race for the APBA, and of course also there is the Props Series race, this event. The other three starts in this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix have gotten off with no incident, no problems. Doing well. P7 Patriot right now in first place in pro stock. 35-foot motion in first place with Lisa Greger and Bob Hamlin aboard. With a beautiful jump, there's P6 Team Florida Alamo Water, currently in third place in P class, a 32-foot skater. There's Team Florida. On the outside is House Readers 2 and Carl Myers. He's caught up to the first start. He had the second start. Now he is the leader in M class. There's a slow-mo replay there of Team Florida with a nice jump. Team Florida is powered by three 2.5 EFIs. The driver is Tad Kimes from Key West, Florida. There's the tripod aboard Team Florida. The owner, throttle man, is Ed Spade from Lakeland, Florida. Team Florida. The Team Florida racing team, there you see now onboard camera, and on the right side is Gone Clear. These are the early moments of the race. The first start, Gone Clear, of course, on the right side, an open class. As we had said before, Gone Clear got off to a great start at the beginning of this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, and there you see some of the water getting on our lens. A little bumpy there at the beginning of this race. These were the early moments of this race. First APBA National Race of the year. Our little front view there with our front onboard camera. Team Florida, by the way, came in fourth place in St. Cloud earlier this year. But right now they are in third place. Here at South Padre Island, where the waters are a little bit bumpy, making it for exciting racing. Here's our rear view. Here you see Gone Clear. Once again, these are the early moments of the race. Gone Clear on the left side now. Passing up Team Florida. Very beginning of this South Padre Island Grand Prix. Of course, we have our tripod here aboard Team Florida with two cameras, one facing the rear, as you see right now, and of course, one facing the front of the boat, getting a front view of the race. These are really exciting pictures, I think, that we get. I think these are the kinds of things that you normally would not see. It gives you sort of an eye view or perspective that the drivers and the rest of the crew members get in a race. And of course, see how rough it is and how bumpy the waters are today. We'd like to thank Hank Harms for setting up the tripod. He designed and engineered and installed the tripod with the camera. So we're really very thankful to Hank for doing that for us. Once again, we are looking at the rear view of Team Florida. By the way, Harmsco's Team Florida is a family-owned manufacturer of stainless steel filter housings and replacement filter cartridges for drinking water and environmental filtration. Harmsco dedicates this race to Alamo Water Refiners of San Antonio, Texas. Alamo supplies the world with turnkey drinking water systems utilizing Harmsco's patented upflow design for pre-filtration purposes. As a helicopter shot, once again, they're looking at Team Florida. Harmsco and Alamo typify the ideal manufacturer-OEM partnership for over 10 years. By the way, Hank and Dodie Harms are the sponsors for Team Florida. The Team Florida stresses to teach all children to swim. The future depends on clean water. And that's shown in the aft deck of the Team Florida boat. Harmsco Hurricane, the latest Hank Harms patent, combining three proven technologies into one superior water filter. When you need a water filter, demand a Harmsco. Team Florida, Alamo Water, currently in third place in Pro Stock. Nice throttling by Ed Spate of Lakeland, Florida. Listen to those 2.5 EFIs. Once again, our rear view shot. Now, this is currently what's going on right now. Rear shot aboard Team Florida. Now we go to the front, and there you see some of the rocky waters today. Some water on our lands. But these bumpy waters are certainly not slowing down any of the boats today. Here's some of the throttling of those 3.2.5 EFIs by Mr. Ed Spaeth. There's our helicopter there. Our helicopter from Crescent Airways out of Corpus Christi, Florida. Our helicopter pilot, Ralph Garrett. Staying right on top of Team Florida. Ralph Garrett doing a fine job. We look forward to seeing Ralph and Crescent Airways at our Galveston, Texas race coming up later this year. P6, Team Florida, Alamo Water. Just listen to those 3.2.5 EFIs. They're doing the job. Once again, it's Mr. Ed Spaeth and Tad Kimes aboard Team Florida, 32-foot skater. Once again, our helicopter shot of Alamo Water. Alamo Water, third place right now in Pro Stock. The very first national race for the APBA here at South Padre Island. Great finish last year for the APBA at Cape Coral. Another exciting season, 1994. There's Auto Palace there. A little flying going on as we see Auto Palace currently in second place in Pro Stock. Once again, let's see it again. Excellent jump. Now as we're watching Auto Palace, we move up to the front of the pack. And here's Patriot. Patriot is the leader in B class. Auto Palace is in second. Third is Team Florida, as we see the South Padre Island skyline in the background. And now as we move up to the front of the pack, M39, how sweet it is too, is dominating M-Class. They've had a second start, and they've already caught up to the first start. They're smoking around the course. How sweet it is too, a 32-foot skater powered by two 700-horsepower United Racing engine inboards with Mercury drives. The owner is Carl Myers from New York. Throttle man is Terry Ayers. He's from Missouri. How sweet it is too, dominating in M-Class. How sweet it is too, took second place in Key West a couple of weeks ago in this 1994 season. They are your 1993 world and national champions in M-Class. How sweet it is too, the leader in M-Class. Here's a slow-mo replay for us. We'd like to thank Mr. Carl Myers for helping us transport the equipment down here to this race. How sweet it is too. We're going to go on board now. How sweet it is too, with the freeze frame video onboard camera. These are the early moments of start number 2, just before the second start. The How Sweet It Is Too racing team would like to thank some of their sponsors, including Domino Sugar, Reeboks, Sweeteners Plus, Radisson of the South Padre Island, Don Swebb from Lake X, and also the rest of the Mercury crew. Also Richie Sylvester, the crew chief, also Scott and Chuck at United Racing Engines. How sweet it is too. Off to a good start here in the second start of this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix. M39. M39, how sweet it is too, smoking here, getting off to a great start here in this race. There you can see some of the water there coming over the bow. Bumpy waters. You can see some of the spray there coming over this 32-foot skater. How Sweet It Is Too is really off to a terrific start, leaving the boats behind. They are going to the immediate lead in M-Class. There you see Gone Again there on the left side of the picture. Also in M-Class, being left behind. 5 boats in M-Class, but M39 How Sweet It Is Too is number 1. Dominating the M-Class, which includes Gone Again, Flying Tiger, Gotta Be Blown, and Utterly Fantastic. M39 the leader and dominator. How Sweet It Is Too. United Racing Engines doing an excellent job in this race. Carl Myers would like to thank Darren LaChance and Scott for towing the boat down from the Empire State down to Texas here for this event. Once again, we are back to our helicopter shot of M39 How Sweet It Is Too, number 1 in M-Class. And we're on board M39. There you see the beach in the background. Many spectators have a terrific vantage point watching this race. Just listen to Mr. Terriers at the throttle with those 2 700 horsepower United Racing inboards. Beautiful jump. Let's see it in slow motion. A lot of hanging and bagging going on there, as you can see here in South Padre Island, with some bumpy waters here in the Gulf of Mexico. Doesn't seem to bother M39 and Carl Myers and Terriers, though. They are number 1 in M-Class. How Sweet It Is Too. Other competitors in M-Class, 5 in all. In addition to How Sweet It Is Too, Gone Again, Flying Tiger, Gotta Be Blown, and Utterly Fantastic. But no competition right now for How Sweet It Is Too. Running excellent in P-Class, and in second place, P13 Auto Palace Performance, a 32-foot skater powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. The owner-driver is Dan DeSantis from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Strongman Mark Hilsinger from Methuen, Massachusetts. Auto Palace Performance is rigged and maintained by Ocean Outboard out of Merrick, Long Island. Richard DeSantis, also a crew member of P13 Auto Palace Performance, currently in second place. There's Slippery When Wet in A-Class on the outside. But Auto Palace Performance in second place in B-Class, P13. The Auto Palace Performance Racing Team would like to thank Ocean Outboard out of Merrick, Long Island, and a special thanks to Jimmy at Ocean Outboard. Now, Auto Palace is a chain of over 100 retail auto parts stores and service centers located throughout New England and New York State. Auto Palace Automotive Superstores offer an extensive selection of auto parts and accessories to automotive enthusiasts of all levels. Auto Palace Performance in second place in P-Class. Beautiful jump there, a little slow-mo of Auto Palace, little flying here in the Gulf of Mexico. 3 2.5 EFIs powering Auto Palace Performance. Dan DeSantis and Mark Hilsinger aboard. Some of the other competition in P-Class include Patriot, which of course is in first place right now in P-Class. Locomotion, Armsco's Team Florida. Godspeed, Venus Swimwear, High Risk, and Full Throttle. But Auto Palace right now running excellent in second place. A lot of boats, lots of competition in the Pro Stock. P13 Auto Palace Performance. Mark Hilsinger at throttle doing an excellent job. Just listen to those 32.5 EFIs. You're watching the 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix, the first national race for the APBA. Auto Palace on the inside. On the outside is Scott-free Racing in A-Class. Auto Palace in second place in P-Class, P13. There's Venus Swimwear on the outside, definitely having some problems as P13 passes Venus Swimwear. Now there is Flying Tiger M9, currently in second place in M-Class. Flying Tiger's a 30-foot Chris Craft powered by two 500-horsepower Tiger Marine inboards with Mercury drive. The driver is Sonny Hawkins from Elma, New York. Throttle, Tina Blizniak, also from Elma, New York. Flying Tiger. Flying Tiger Racing Team has acquired DuPont Automotive Finishes and Anchor Marine Grade Electrical Products as new sponsors for the 1994 season. We'd like to also welcome back their previous sponsors, Newtech Dyno Engineering, Uber Marine, VDO Instruments, Oliver Billet Rods, K&N Filters, and Morse Controls. You're watching Flying Tiger in second place in M-Class, M9 Flying Tiger. There you see some of the spectator boats in the background watching this race. Flying Tiger in excellent position. Right behind How Sweet It Is Too, which leads M-Class. Sonny Hawkins and Tina Blizniak. Excellent job aboard this 30-foot Chris Craft. Here's a slow-mo, some flying here. Lots of flying because of the bumpy waters here in the Gulf of Mexico today during this race, making it for exciting racing. There's Sonny and Tina in their canopies, looking comfortable. M9 dialed in and right on target, doing excellent. Another nice jump, and let's see it again. This is the very first race of the season for the Flying Tiger Racing Team, and we wish them the very best of luck for the remainder of this 1994 racing season. Those Tiger Marine inboards sound excellent. Sonny and Tina, excellent job. On the outside, slippery when wet in A-Class. Flying Tiger making the move, passing slippery when wet. Running excellent in M-Class, M7. Gone again, currently in third place. This 32-foot skater is powered by two 700-horsepowered inboards with Mercury drives. The driver, Van Piero from Pittsburgh, California. Throttleman is Rick Bowling from Alamo, California. The Gone Again Racing Team would like to give a special thanks to Redline Oil, Advantage Rent-A-Car, and T Custom Marine in California. Gone Again currently in third place in M-Class. Other competitors in M-Class include How Sweet It Is Too, Flying Tiger, Gotta Be Blown, and Utterly Fantastic. Van Piero and Rick Bowling doing an excellent job. They are in third place. Freeze Frame Video is very happy to bring you this 1994 South Padre Island Grand Prix from South Padre Island, Texas. Gulf of Mexico. Choppy waters, exciting racing. Rick Bowling at throttle, doing a fine job. There's a slow-mo there. Fine jump. Rick Bowling, Ben Apiero, driver. Currently in third place. Back to live action now with M7 gone again. There's Airborne on the outside, the leader in D class, followed by Ragamuffin. Airborne running excellent in D class. On the inside, gone again, M7, currently in third place in the modified. There you see a little bit of Airborne on the outside right now, dominating D class. Right behind, though, is Ragamuffin. South Padre Island skyline. There's a nice backdrop for this Grand Prix race here in the Gulf of Mexico. Gone again, powered by two 700 horsepower inboards. Once again, many spectators in the background. Beautiful beaches here. Great place to come down for a vacation. Also, great place for a race. We're finding out today. M7 gone again on the inside. Airborne on the outside, the leader in B class.